Well, kick it off, Steve. You do have the first pick. You
Okay.
are technically on the clock. So,
All right, no more setting it up. You ready? We are live. We're doing this right now. The Arizona Cardinals are on the clock. We'll have a little bit of discussion about our picks and where we're going.
yes.
But no surprise here. I already knew. We get the contract in place. I'm going with Kyler Murray, the quarterback from Oklahoma. And because this is audio, Mike, let's be real specific. Make sure we mention the position, where they went, and all that stuff. Kyler Murray is my pick. He's off the board. Arizona Cardinals, #1 overall. We're doing this based off of what we would do, right?
Yes, what we would do.
Okay,
What
so
we
we're the
would do.
GMs.
We are the GM of every team.
So I'm picking Kyler Murray. There are some rumors that Nick Bosa's the guy now. There are some rumors creeping up. But I'm taking Kyler Murray, #1 overall for the Arizona Cardinals, and we'll figure out the Josh Rosen trade later.
I would say cannot go wrong with that. He is the #1 player on our big board if you want to follow along with our top 50 big board. It is up on the website. So go ahead and follow along with that. But yes, #1 player at the most valuable position, a position that, I mean, even though they drafted one in the first round last year, you can still say they need one because they don't have a good one that is proven to be good yet. So he's position of still need. So you take a shot again. If you think Kyler Murray really is better than Josh Rosen, go get your guy.
So that's what we're doing. I think the upgrade is strong enough there. Kyler should be the play. Now that I'm the Bengals at 11, and the board has fallen this way, now Dwayne Haskins is up there. I was not expecting him to be there if I'm the Bengals at 11. I'm not completely sold on Andy Dalton, year 8 in his career here. I think quarterback's the place you have to take shots. I'm taking a shot on Dwayne Haskins. That's it. Dwayne Haskins to the Cincinnati Bengals. I think there's a chance this is actually how things fall in real life here. Because if the Cardinals don't take Haskins, then it's on the Giants maybe, right? And if they truly aren't sold on Dwayne Haskins, we're looking at the Broncos and Bengals potentially taking him. And then the Dolphins at 13. So I'm taking Haskins, bringing him in and seeing if he's my next guy at quarterback for the Bengals, and maybe flipping Andy Dalton soon.
Yeah, I mean, I already gave my Haskins take, but I do think the Bengals are in a market for a quarterback. I think if you are the Bengals, you're not comfortable enough with Andy Dalton to just say, he's our guy. No, we're not going to address quarterback in the first round. Everything should be on your board. So if you are high on Haskins, high enough to take him top 10, if you're the Bengals, you should be able to take him. If he falls to you, probably unrealistic him falling there in real life, but if he falls to you, they should be willing to pull the trigger.
All right, so Dwayne Haskins to the Bengals. That's my pick. That brings the Giants up to me at 37 overall. What you did with the Giants, you grabbed Jawan Taylor, the offensive tackle for Florida, at #6. And then at #17, you grabbed Jeffrey Simmons, interior D-line from Mississippi State. You did not address quarterback. So Eli Manning's still there. You did not reach for a quarterback in your mind, right? You didn't want to push Dwayne Haskins and all that stuff. But what I love here is that our guy Will Grier, my guy Will Grier, who we gave a late first-round grade on, he's still here at 37. And I think if he's there, you just have to take a shot. If you're the Giants, you just take shots at the quarterback position. Grier has as good of a shot as any of the other top 2 to 5 quarterbacks. That's the Drew Locks of the world and the Daniel Joneses of the world. We like Grier better. So we're going Will Grier to the Giants at 37.
I like it. I think
that's a risk worth taking for the Giants.
And the thing is, for as much as they didn't draft a quarterback last year, and everyone killed them for it, not drafting Sam Darnold, they did end up going in the 3rd round there with Kyle Aletta, the Richmond quarterback, who we were actually higher on than a lot of people. We thought in the 3rd round that was a good move to make. That was a steal for where they got him. We thought of him more as a 2nd round type of quarterback. So taking shots at guys like that isn't the worst thing in the world. Now, if you're in a position to draft a surefire franchise guy, which I think at 6, I don't think they're going to be. I don't think Dwayne Haskins is necessarily going to be a surefire type of guy. Keep taking your chances on lower rated guys that you aren't necessarily tied into long term, that you don't have to if they don't end up panning out. And then once you do get your shot, which will probably be that 2020 draft, then go get your guy if nothing has worked out to that point. So take as many shots as you can. I would be on board with that move for the Giants.
Especially when you have 3 picks in the first 2 rounds, using one on a quarterback. That, again, we have a first-round grade on him. We're playing GM here. We're not predicting. We're playing GM. That's what I would do for the Giants with Will Grier on the board. I've got the Broncos now with the number, 41 overall pick. Couple different ways I'm looking here. I think I'm going to go. I think this is where I'm comfortable taking Drew Lock at quarterback. Again, he might be the 1st-round pick for the Broncos.
Yeah.
he might be there at 10, and they might want to take him. I've got Joe Flacco as my starter. But this is where I'm a little bit more comfortable taking Drew Lock, taking Will Grier, top of the second round, in that quote-unquote developmental range. I think Lock still has a lot of room to improve. I called him Jay Cutler light with the way he plays, with his poor footwork, but he does have the arm talents to make the plays down the field. And I think in the second round, he's worth the risk if you don't have a franchise quarterback.
Yep. I think that's...
No offense to Joe Flacco.
Again, that's where I'd rather take him than if you're the Broncos sitting at number 10.
Right.
That's not where I'd like to take him.
Yes.
So.
That's where I am. Patriots are up at 73. I've got a fascinating decision here because Daniel Jones, who has first-round grades for a lot of people in the NFL but has a third-round grade for us, he's on the board. And if we're talking about developmental quarterbacks, I like him as a developmental third-rounder. Mm-hmm. I like him there. I don't like him as a first-round pick. So this is the pick for the Patriots. I could have gone wide receiver, but I'm looking at the receiver board. There's a lot of depth there to circle back and get somebody. I'm taking Daniel Jones to the Patriots in the third rounder, and so he could take over for Tom Brady in 8 years. There you go. Daniel Jones, that's his proper value.
Correct. He won't be there, but I think that's about where.
This is a value exercise, Mike.